Hello, everyone. It's Chris with Trucking for My Future. Uh, Today was going to be the day. I had made some big plans, but some things have come up to change plans. So, hang on just a minute. I'll get right into it. All right. Well, today was going to be the day that I actually moved away from my covered calls with the XYLD, RYLD, and QYLD and redistributed those funds into like SCHD, VYM, and I'm looking at adding a couple of new positions as well, being Realty Income, O, and what was the other one? VOO. However, this week is the week that the Fed is going to come out and probably raise the interest rate at least another, two points, which is like 50.50 or whatever. So we're going to get another interest rate hike. So it's got the stock market all kind of suppressed and down, and to sell off those positions, I would take a bigger hit than I really want to. So I'm just not comfortable with losing that kind of money because we're talking about $1,000 roughly, just shy of 1,000. So I changed things up a little bit. Very much more invested into RYLD and QYLD than I was XYLD. So it was only about $90 worth of loss for XYLD. So I went ahead and sold that one off. Hanging on to RYLD and QYLD for the moment, hoping that the stock price will come back up next week so that I don't incur such a big loss when I sell those off and move those dollars elsewhere. But that is kind of the game plan. I do want to get that. I've got about almost $12,000 sitting in RYLD and QYLD. So I'm going to redistribute that into my other investments and possibly open up a small position in O and VOO. I'm actually feeling pretty good about my portfolio, to be honest with you. I'm making good dividends, and of course, that's going to change drastically when I move that money out of RYLD and QYLD because those two both, like I explained in previous videos, they're all about the dividend. So I'm probably going to lose a little over $100 a month on dividends just from those two. But I feel like it's got to be done, because I am losing money on my uh, actual capital investment a little at a time, just trickling out a little at a time. So it's kind of a leaky bucket. Yeah, the dividends do help offset that, but the growth is just not there. Not for what I'm looking for. So I'm probably going to put that off. I will keep you guys advised as to what goes on with the stock market and how I'm going to actually do that and at what prices and so forth. I'm also going to give you here at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a little review of my Webull account. And this is actually my account, my numbers, my math, everything completely transparent. I know some people aren't really willing to do that, and they might be a little cautious about showing people, but I don't really have anything to hide. I mean, I don't think you can get into my account and hack it, so good luck, Not going to show you that kind of information, but I will show you the actual real math, of what I have out there, what's making what money, And, you know, like right now I'm down. So I'll show you that too, you know. And some of that comes from just being new and making mistakes. And, you know, I'm not afraid to show that I've made mistakes, you know, but I'm going to get it back. You know, I feel very confident, completely confident that I'm going to make back all of that I've lost and more, especially with what's been going on the last couple of months. I've been able to load up pretty good. So, oh, and one other little hot topic for today, Tesla. Tesla split today. Now, I had a very small position in Tesla. Tesla, I only had two shares, and I bought them at a little high. But at the time that I bought them, I actually bought them cheap, and the stock price went crazy. It went over $1,000 per share, and then of course everything tanked and it dropped way down. So I'm kind of a little bit in the red, but I feel like it's going to be okay because my two shares as of today are now 6 shares, and the price was dropped to a third to what it was because it did a 3-for-1 split. And I feel like that stock price is going to come back up, and I'm going to make money off of that. I might, considering putting a few more dollars into it to lower my price target so that I can make even more. We'll see how it goes. My biggest hurdle right now, I'm just tapped out for cash, guys, be honest with you. I started out thinking, you know, I'm going to go big or go home. And I put $20,000 over there. And I thought, you know, this is going to be good. You know, I'm going to put 20 grand over here and I'm going to start building it. I'll tell you what, man, since March, once I started figuring this stuff out and what I need to do and some of the best ways to do things and, you know, the opportunities to make money, I went hog wild. I have dumped every penny I could into that Webull account. I even cut into my emergency money, you know, like I was mentioning before. So let's keep back 3 months worth of your monthly bills and stuff, just in case, you know. Right now, I'm sitting at maybe a month. I've dumped everything I possibly can dump into my portfolio, and I'm just kind of hit the wall. I'm out of cash. I kind of actually need to do a little step back and rebuild my cash, and you know, just throw a little bit at a time over there, and keep most of my money in my checking account and savings account, and kind of rebuild that part. But it's just so hard, to be honest with you. For me, it's very difficult because I'm seeing so many good buys, and FOMO is a real thing. FOMO, fear of missing out. That's a real thing. For me, it is. When I see something on sale, it's hard not to buy it when I know its value is going to go up and I'm going to be able to profit from that. And I hate to miss the opportunity. But again, at this point, I'm kind of up against the wall. You know, I can't keep putting money over there big time. I need to slow that down, rebuild my cash on hand, and possibly even as I'm putting money over there, maybe put a little in savings over there, so that when these deals do come up, every time I seem to make this video, my truck starts in the middle of it. That's 3 times. Anyway, what I'm saying is maybe have money set back in the actual Webull account for when stocks do go on good sale, that I'll have the cash over there already just to go ahead and jump on it. All right, so let's move on. Let me go into my account. Let me pull up the screenshots here. All right, well, this is the overall view of my account, and this shows you the total amount that I have invested, and underneath it will also show you what I'm down on the stock investments that I have. Right here is the actual loss that I've incurred total on my account since I opened it. Now, some of that loss has not actually happened yet. It includes how much I'm down currently on my stock prices, as well as the mistakes I've made in my trading. So both are combined. And right here, this shows you how much I've made this year so far in dividends, which is not that bad if you consider it. I've only been doing this since March. So it's what, 6 months? Not even 6 months. And I've made $552 in dividends for the year. All right, and one other thing to mention on that screenshot where you saw my total loss for the account, that does include the dividend payments. So that number will continue to come down, actually, as I receive more dividends. And when I make more trades that are on the positive. So far, most of the trades I've made have been at a loss, to be honest with you. And I'm moving things around. Sometimes I buy something and then all of a sudden it starts dropping. That has just been the way of it for these past few months. The market's been insane. I mean, seriously, it's been difficult to catch things right at the perfect time. So, and that's another thing, trying to time the market. You know, unless you got a genie or some kind of crystal ball or some kind of special powers, you're not going to time the market. It just won't happen. You'll lose money. So the best strategy was what I was telling you before about the dollar cost averaging. Just put a little in, buy, a little in and buy, a little in and buy. Buy more when it's down, but buy a little bit when it's up. That is the best you can do. That will have the best performance that you can really do. Even these guys that are got all kinds of education, spend all the time doing financials, and they got degrees, and they're working for big corporations. They don't do any better than the common person. It's a proven fact that if you do dollar cost averaging on something like the S&P 500, that you will actually outperform managed brokers, guys that come out and do it. They can't guess any better than we can. They got no crystal ball. They got no genie. So dollar cost averaging is a proven technique that actually works mathematically, statistically speaking. So I'm going to continue to try to do that, but a little over there at a time, while still saving in my savings account, because that's where the majority of my money is going to go until I get my savings caught back up. And then I'll work on it. So anyway, guys, that's going to be the video, but that shows you just a brief overview of what's going on with my account and what I'm working on, what I'm looking at. Kind of in a holding pattern until things start coming back up the other direction a little bit for my RYLD and QYLD. All right, guys, that's it. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you being here.